In the previous video, we learned about personal finance, and let's deep dive into the personal finance topic more. Okay, let's start. So this is not a legal advice, and this is not investment advice also. So this is only for educational purposes, right? Let's start with the savings. So during periods of normal employment, your total saving target as a percentage of your pre-tax labor income should be 2.5% on the first $10,000 of income, like 15% on the next 60,000, then 20% on the next 60,000, and 25% on the all additional income above, over and above 130K. So then you have to bump up your saving rate like up to 10 percentage points more when you can. Then you can save less during financially challenging time. So you have to save as much as you can when you can, right? So that in case you are not able to save something, then you can cover up those tracks. If you will be supporting dependents now or in the future, think about how you will need to adjust your savings plan. You will save much less, maybe the save when you will be supporting dependents, and you will need to have you will need to save more when you are not supporting dependents. So fourth point, adopt a catch-up philosophy. If you have fallen a bit behind this savings plan, no problem. It's built to handle occasional setbacks. However, if you have fallen far behind, save more than the savings rate listed above. So you partially make up for the missing savings. So this is the savings and the annual labor income rate of the United States. So right. So for first 10,000, people are only able to save 4% of the income. So when it reaches to $70,000, so they are only able to save around 13% of their income. So when it reaches $130,000, so they can save between ten to $14,000. So what counts towards this saving rate? Your contribution to your employer's retirement savings program multiplied by 1.5 if this is a Roth account. Your employer's matching contributions, principal payments on your mortgage but not interest payments, net contributions to your rainy days savings account. First example, let's say you earn $25,000 in pre-tax income, right? So you will be taxed 2.5% on the first $10,000, that is $250. 15% on the next $15,000, that will be $2,250. Total target saving is the sum $2,500, which is 10% of your total income. Suppose your employer matches 6% of your income with a 50% match. You would put 6% of your income into your employer's 401k plan, which would be $1,500. Your employer would match you with another $750, creating $250 in total. So you would need to put away another $250 to achieve your goal of saving $2,500 in total. Suppose you earn $75,000 in pre-tax income. So you will be taxed 2.5% on the first $10,000, that is $250. 15% on the next 60,000, that will be $9,000. 20% on the next $5,000, that will be $1,000. So total target saving is a sum $10,250, which is 13.7% of your total income. Suppose your employer matches 6% of income, that will be 50% match, and you would put 6% of your income into your employer's 401k plan, which would be $4,500. Your employer would match you with another $2,250, creating $6,750 in total into your 401k plan. So you would need to put away another $3,500 to achieve your goal of saving $10,250. Saving continued. Prioritize saving debt categories. So this is a priority group for like how should you start saving. In the group one, first point would be pay the minimum balance on your credit card. So let's say you have four credit card and each of them have like 100, 200, 300 and $400 of debt. So you have to, you should pay the minimum debt first. Get full savers credit card if possible. Get full retirement savings match from your employer, and pay your rent or bill, mortgage bill. Then in the group two, pay your credit card bills in full. You should not pay the minimum amount in the credit card. In the group three, you should create a rainy day fund equal to 1 by 4 of your normal post tax annual labor income. Let's say you are earning like $50,000 post tax, right? You should have $12,500 in your rainy day fund. Build up a down payment plan to buying a house. 20% of home value. You should be able to put 20% of the home value as a down payment, and save more in a 401k or 403b IRA or some other defined contribution retirement account. There are two kinds of investment funds. One is passively managed and another one is actively managed. So passively managed is like the people can buy and hold the index of all stocks, right? Like the S&P 500. And actively managed investment is like trade to try to beat the index of all stocks. Like you should invest in some stocks and it reaches some level, like you can book some profit and you can invest in another stock like this. It's almost impossible to reliably beat the market, and it is easy to underperform the market. So it's very hard to beat the market, right? And like if you want to underperform the market, it's very easy. You can invest in some like poor performing stocks, and that's how you can underperform the market. But if you need to beat the market, you should strategize the in you should make some strategy in some manner so that you can book some profits. In most years, a majority of actively managed investment funds underperform index funds over the long run. Almost all actively managed investment funds underperform index funds. Even asset managers that do much better than index fund in the year T tend to do not tend to do no better than index fund in the year plus one. So if some asset manager is able to beat the market, then they are not able to do the same in the following year. Suppose performance is a pure chance. You would expect 2500 mutual funds out of 10,000 to outperform index funds 2 years in a row. Easy to misread strong historical performance as a skill. Luck seems to generate almost all long run outperformance. You can't, beat the market by reading the historical performance of some stocks. That is pure luck or 99.9% luck. The only thing that is robustly predictable from year to year is the asset management fees. So only one thing is common in the all asset manager stocks or the mutual funds. That is the asset management fees. They will charge this fees every year from you, even if they are not able to beat the market or even if they are in the loss. You should focus on minimizing fees by holding index funds. Information about good investment is already priced in. So you should only invest in the index funds if you want to go with the market or go with the market rate. If you want to beat the market, you can't beat the market, you can go with the market. For that you need to invest in the index funds. Investing. Sixth point, invest retirement savings in a passive or indexed target date fund, sometimes called a life cycle fund. It should have an expense ratio of less than 20 basis points and no loads. Don't try to time play the market. You should not buy the stocks today and sell them tomorrow, then buy something tomorrow, then sell it again. You can't beat the market like this. That is next to impossible. Invest other savings in a money market fund that has an expense ratio of less than 20 basis points. If you work with a financial planner, make certain that they are fiduciary, find out what fees they are charging you, but keep in mind that you likely don't need a financial planner if you follow the free advice listed here. Debt. Use a credit card that gives you at least 1% cashback, preferably 2 or an equivalent value in points or miles. Maximize your FICO score by becoming an authorized user of a high FICO account. You can also maximize your FICO score like by getting your own credit card after you turn 18. Having 2 3 credit cards, using a small fraction of your total credit line. Let's say if you have a credit line of $1,000, you should not use the whole credit line in a given month. You should only spend 30% of the total credit that is available. Minimizing hard inquiries, like you should apply for new credit cards every month. That will down your FICO score. Paying bills on time, monitor your credit and credit score by downloading your annual free credit reports from all three credit bureaus, that is Equifax, Experian and TransUnion. You can download the annual report from here for free once in a year. Try to avoid credit card debt. Almost never use payday loans. Your rainy day fund above will enable you to mostly avoid credit card and payday debt. When you buy a car, use up half of your rainy day fund and then borrow the rest of the money you need with an auto loan. Buy a home with a 20% down payment. Wait to do this until you live in a place where you expect to stay for at least 7 years. If mortgage interest rate falls by 2 percentage points from your original rate, refinance your mortgage. Avoid cash outs. Miscellaneous. Buy health insurance, automobile insurance, homeowners insurance, and disability insurance. The last one is typically obtained from your employer as a group plan. Don't buy other insurance, especially not extended warranties. Buy life insurance only if you support someone else with your earnings on time. Ask for discount, ask for the best price, ask if anyone else is paying a price lower than the price you are paying. Shop around, weaponize competition to your advantage and to disadvantage of the firm selling you stuff. Obtain commission discounts when you work with real estate brokers if they would not give you a discount. Find another real estate broker. If they tell you discounts are illegal, look up the status. 19th point. Before you have kids, if you are going to have kids, create an estate plan including durable power of attorney, will, living will, healthy care proxy. Behavioral points. 20th point. Financial things will go worse than you think on average. You can't predict everything. There are known and unknown unknowns. Think more about both of these categories. Discuss with friends, family, trusted advisor, etc. Your financial services providers know the mistake you are making and are probably going to exploit them. You will underperform relative of to your own good intentions. The only way to good at something is either to be highly experienced or to have someone with lots of experience helping you. 25th point. Look for providers with a long and strong reputation for acting in the interest of their customers. Try to keep the big picture in mind to avoid worrying about small losses. Retirement. Remember that long-term care is expensive and not covered by Medicare. If reasonable, keep savings set aside for this expense. Ballpark cost is something around 100k thousand per year per person. If you run out of money, Medicaid will cover a far less comfortable version of long-term care. When you retire, withdraw your annual required minimum distribution from your retirement savings plan and consume the after-tax value of those withdrawals along with your annual other annuity payments like Social Security. 29th point, this is the second last point. The financial world is constantly changing. You will need to continuously update your financial strategy as new products, regulations, and challenges emerge. Ignore all of this advice because you can't predict anything, right? You need to do your own research also. The advice you just received is oversimplified, which also makes it more actionable. Be skeptical of anyone offering a financial advice, right? Do your own research also. So that's it for now. These are the 30 personal finance points that you should consider. Thank you.